This week, we had a lot of volatility in the crypto market. Everyone is panicking about tariffs, possibilities of rate cuts basically disappearing, and also wars escalating across the globe. Recently, we had some news about the Supreme Court that didn't block out Trump's tariff, and also unemployment rate just came in stronger than expecting, basically killing rate cut hopes. We've also had a lot of geopolitical tension, which is rising from Iran to Ukraine, and all of this could be result of what I've been talking to you about. Now, let's jump straight into the charts and show you basically my expectations and what I'm considering in the market over the next 1 to 2 weeks. Just to remind you, so I spoke to you about the power of three: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So I said this in the short term. And then I also identified something else, which I mentioned to you guys, that this whole thing can be accumulation. I know it doesn't look as bad, but this possibly can be a manipulation because we did come and take out these highs. So this is your accumulation on the long term. This is your manipulation. And now, can we get the distribution taking out the lows down here? So that's yet to be seen. But what I can confidently say is in the short term, we have accumulation here, we have manipulation here, and we are currently in the distribution phase. Although we've tapped into some key areas where we're likely going to have a short-term reversal, I do expect price to continue moving down. And for BTC specifically, I'm looking within the regions of 86 to 84K. Now, let me remove these for you so I can make price action a bit more cleaner. I'll drag these back as well, because what I can see down here right now is price has created two new dealing ranges. So the first dealing range we can see is to the upside down here. So I'm going to mark on from my lows down here to the highs down here. This is your premium side. This is your discount side. Prices come in and tapped in to the discount side, pinpoint fair value gap, and we also have this fib from A, B, and we tapped into the 61.8. And what do I normally say when we tapped into our first level of our OTE level? Normally we get a fake bounce and price will come back in and go a bit more deeper, taking out the liquidity below. Then we'll get the move to the upside. So that's our first dealing range to the upside. Now, the second dealing range, I'll drop into the 4 hour for this so you can see it a bit more clearer, is this dealing range to the downside. We've got A, B. We haven't actually tapped into the premium side of this dealing range. We rejected off some key levels down here. But what I'm anticipating is a possibility for price to come in slightly higher into our premium side of the dealing range. And we can also identify some key PDRAs down here. So we have a fair value gap, and we also have an order block resting down here as well. So we can mark on all of these key areas. So what I want to see is possibility of BTC starting off next week bullish, and we'll come in, tap into the regions of 92K, possibility of us striking into this fair value gap at 92.2K as well. And we can also put in a fib level down here. If we do come slightly higher, we're looking at the regions of 92.6K. I want to see how we react from these levels. And this could be your entry to the downside if you haven't taken your entry from the top down here. So just to remind you, I'm still in my position in the short. Stop losses at break even. I'm also in my position on the long as well, and my stop losses are at break even. So let's see how that plays out on BTC. Things are looking good. So in the short term, to confirm, I am looking to the downside. We had a rejection of this key level down here, and we did move to the upside yesterday on Friday. Based on the news that we had, we also had NFP. We had quite a lot of volatility in the market, but I'm still anticipating price to continue moving down. I'm looking in the regions of 86 to 84K on BTC. Let's see if we can get that strike up into the 92K first before we move down. That will allow you to give your entries to the downside. Okay, Ethereum, similarly, what we've identified down here is accumulation, manipulation, and now we're in kind of the distribution phase. Price came in and rejected off some lovely key levels. So we have our OTE level down here. We've got our fair value gap down here, completely rejected it. Very, very clear bearish engulfing candle, engulfed the last two candles down here, which is a good sign that price is likely going to come back down. Now we can also see this kind of longer accumulation phase down here, this is your manipulation. Can we get the distribution? And then we can also consider these regions down here of a possibility of price just ranging between this. We may get the push up, push down, and then ultimately we will get the continuation back up. But that's more long term. What I can see right now in Ethereum is similarly to BTC. So if I remove this and make price a bit more clearer for you, what we can see is price rejected off OTE level. We close below it on the daily time frame. Let's go into the 4-hour. Now, it's a bit choppy, it's very messy, very wicky. I don't really like the way that we can see price action forming on Ethereum. But what we would want to see is, can we get a move up into the premium side? Can we tap into these levels down here, basically, which is your fair value gap? And then we also have a fib level from A, B, C around the regions of 3.2K. Can we get a move up? If we get that move up, I may take an entry for short down here. Perhaps if we can come into the regions of 3.2 to 3.250 around the OTE level. And I'll put my stop losses well above these regions down here, probably 3.4, 3.5K. So let's see how that plays out on Ethereum. I'm looking to the downside. This is short-term moves to the downside. My targets for Ethereum, let's have a look. So my first target is looking at number one. We can put in our fib. So my first target is, let's call it 3K. My second target is the low of this, so 2.8K. And ideally what we really want to see is the bigger move to the downside, taking out these lows and perhaps coming into the regions of here. Yes, I would like to see these lows get taken out, but having thought about the mindset of traders, because essentially what they're expecting and what they consider right now is that we're in a bear market and we want to continue moving lower. But if we don't get that move to the downside, taking out these lows down here, and we continue to rally up from here, resulting in our alt season, this move would be the move of the denial pump that we have. And quite a lot of traders will miss this move to the upside. So that's what I can see currently in the markets right now. No further updates. If there's anything else, I'll let you know. So if you like these types of videos, I trade crypto using the ICT strategy. So please, can you like, share, and comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.